a diva. I'm 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 a diva.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Keeping Up with A. So today I'm going to do a story time. I'm going to talk about the time that I was talking to this guy and I found out that he had a whole nother life. That's all we're going to say until we get into the video, is that he had a whole nother life. I'm not going to use any names in this video because it's not just my business, it's other people's business too. So I was like 18 at the time, and I was like, I had my own stuff going on. Like, I had a relationship that I was like in and out of, like, you know how that go when you got a high school sweetheart or whatever. And so, you know, I had my high school sweetheart who I like couldn't leave alone just because we were in the same area. Like, just it was a whole lot. But then, you know what I'm saying, I also had the hoes. You feel me? Like, I had the hoes, I ain't gonna lie. You know, we all had the hoes at some point in time, right or wrong. If y'all say wrong, y'all win. I know a couple of y'all had the hoes. So anyway, I was like trying to leave him alone because it was just like, you know, 15, 16, 17, you are like, you don't expect much because you're in high school. You guys can't do much besides maybe go to the movies, like go out to eat. Like, you know, you just don't expect much. But the older you get, 18, 19, 20, like, you know what I'm saying, you start expecting more from a person. Okay, save up your money, do something nice for me. Like, do something meaningful, do something thoughtful. But like, boys don't really think like that. I don't know how boys think. I just know y'all think a whole different way from us. So I was like evolving as a woman, and you know, I just wanted more. I wanted to see what else was out there. Let me say that. I wanted to see what else was out there because I had been talking to the same person for so long and getting the same results. And it wasn't necessarily bad results. Like, it wasn't like he was cheating on me or anything like that, but it was just like, you just start wanting more. You start wanting to be treated like a woman. I don't know. And it was just like, you know, you be young, you be in and out of love anyway. It was puppy love. I wanted more. Like, and it was like, if I'm not like gonna be in love or whatever, I want to be young and have experiences, I guess. I don't know. I had a lot of feelings for him, but at the same time, you know, I wanted to do my own thing, so I just couldn't leave him alone. All right, cool. Fast forward. So I had the hoes, and this one guy had came into my inbox, which I had like I knew him. I guess we had like a slight past, if you want to say that, but not really, because we were too young to even have like any type of past for real or history. Like, it wasn't like that. I just knew him. Like, he wasn't a complete stranger to me. So he slid in my inbox. You know, I get to going through his pictures on his page just to see like if he was like really attractive, to see if I was like, if I would talk to him. And cool, like, I was just like, yeah, like, he cute, I'm gonna talk to him, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Alright,
I'm a fuck with you.
alright, bro.
So I had ended up messaging him back, and he was just really nice. He wasn't like doing too much, like, you know, so we get to having conversations and stuff. But he lived 2 hours away. That's all I'm gonna say. He lived 2 hours away. So at the time I was living in Indianapolis, and you know, we talked about hanging out and everything, and he had said that he was gonna come see me. So I'm like, really? This man gonna come see me?
See me. You see me.
Like, you don't even know me like that, but you gonna drive 2 hours to come see a girl that you don't really know? And so I was like, okay, cool. I didn't know if he was gonna come or not for real, but he ended up coming, and we ended up kicking it, and it was cool. And I don't think he stayed for long, or maybe he did. I can't remember because we actually hung out a couple of times. So anyway, I ended up liking him. Like, he was cool. So of course we hang out again. So now I'm like really liking you because, like, sir, you're driving all the way out here for me, you know, for little old me. You must like me a little bit too, you know. So it's to the point where, like, now I don't know how y'all are, but as a female, like, we be catching feelings fast sometimes, especially if, like, I see you putting in a little bit of effort. I'm like, oh wow, that's attractive. Or like, if I feel like you're not even really trying to, like, fuck or something like that, or have sex, it's kind of like, dang, like, I kind of want to give it to him a little bit. Like, he don't even want it. He not pressed. He all nonchalant and shit. Like, you know, I don't know. Y'all could flex in front if y'all want, but, you know, I know some females out there that feel me. So, anyway, I get to liking him. So, you know, when we start liking a man, we get to doing our research.
See him. I need to hop in his business real quick. I need to see what he got going on.
So he would call me throughout the day. We would talk, like, on his lunch breaks and stuff. But I never really, like, paid attention to the times or anything like that he would call. Like, you know, because I had my own stuff going on. Like, I had a guy that I was talking to, my high school sweetheart. So it was like I never really paid too much attention to it, because when he wasn't around, when he wasn't calling, when he wasn't, like, you know what I'm saying, hitting me up, I was probably with my high school sweetheart. So, I got to looking on his page. This man got a baby on the way.
But you a motherfucking lying.
You know, a lot of times boys can have babies on the way and not be with the girl, whatever. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but me and him were on the phone one day, and I'm like, so you got any kids? He like, no, not yet, or something like that. He must have laughed, or he was like, not here. I don't know. He didn't necessarily lie, but he didn't necessarily tell the truth either. So I'm like, So I'm asking him about it and stuff, and he not really telling me what's going on. Because I never asked him what he had going on beforehand. I know he asked me if I was single, and I had told him yeah, but I don't know if I had ever asked him what he had going on. Anyway, not only was, like, the girl pregnant, they were living together, like, they were in a whole relationship. So at this point, I'm finding out that he's cheating on her and talking to me.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle. It's all right.
Now, he could have been going through whatever he was going through, doing the same thing that I was doing, trying to see where his heart was really at. Like, what did he really want to be, like, you know, this family man and all of that, or did he want to be, like, young and single? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how men think, but at first I was so mad. My feelings was so hurt. Like, I was really upset. Like, I felt like deceived. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say betrayed, because he didn't necessarily owe me any loyalty, like, you know, off rip, but I did feel some type of way. Like, I felt like I had been lied to, you know, just because it wasn't something that was, like, I knew from the beginning. So anyway, you know, I was gonna stop talking to him. I remember being in the car on the phone with him. I don't know where I was going, but I was just like, you know, kind of treating shit, but not really treating shit. Like, I was just like, wow, like, you know, just feeling some type of way. And so then, like, I was gonna leave him alone. I was, but I did like the boy. And I was like, dang, we done came this far, might as well keep talking to him, right? And like I said, I was young. Like, now I'm at the point in my life where if you have a girlfriend, if you have a baby mama that you're still dealing with, if you are living with a female, like, I don't want anything to do with any of that. Like, leave me alone. Like, I'm not trying to ruin any happy homes. Not now. I'm not trying to ruin any happy homes. I don't want to ruin what y'all got going on. Like, I don't want to deal with the craziness. I don't want no female in my inbox, anything like that. Like, so just please keep it over there. But back then I was like, well, we've been talking this long and I like him, and obviously he wasn't completely 100% happy with his situation. So, you know, I'm thinking maybe it could go somewhere. My ex ended up moving, and he went to Arizona, and I had told him like, all right, I'm gonna move to Iowa. And I was just like, we could try it out, see how it goes. And yeah, like, I don't know, it was just like I said, we really couldn't leave each other alone. So it was like we could try out the long distance thing. No, I didn't know anybody in Iowa. We had a whole little plan, like he was going to do his basic training and all of that. And then after that, once he graduated from AIT, you know, we were going to move in together. Like, we had a whole plan, like so anyway, we had ended up getting back together at the end of the summer. But I was still talking to that boy, kind of, sort of, not really. And so I remember being down there. I got my apartment and everything. And shortly after I moved there, for September, the guy that I had been talking to, not the high school sweetheart, not the ex, but he decided he was gonna come down there and visit me. So I'm like, dang, like, not only did you drive the little 2 hours, now you're gonna drive the little 4 hours. Like, you must really be fucking with me. Like, you know, so now I'm like, okay, you know, and we're in a different state now. To me, I just felt like we didn't have to hide that we were a thing or anything like that. Like, and like I said, I liked him, so whatever. He came down there. We had he spent the night with me. We, you know, spent some time together, and we just got to really talking. And I was just like, you know, like I said, I had been feeling some type of way about him, and I was just like asking him, like, you know, so what's your situation? Like, are you gonna stay with this girl? Like, you know, do you really love her? Like, you know, all of that. And he was just really a man about the whole situation. And he was just like, what kind of man would he be if he left, you know, her while she was pregnant? And he was just telling me, like, basically he felt like he was gonna do the family thing, and basically he said he wasn't gonna leave her, and he wasn't gonna leave her for me.
I made this one with my tears.
And so I was real hurt about that one, because wow, it was like, wow, like, you're choosing somebody else over me. Whatever, he was a man, I respected his decision. So we had went to go get food the next day before he jumped on the highway. And then after that, I really feel like we had kind of like left it alone. Not completely, because we were still talking. He would still call me throughout the day and stuff like that, but I just knew what type of time we was on. Like, and me and the baby mama started getting into it. Like, it was just messy. Like, she would be calling me like, leave her man alone. She would be all up in my inbox and shit. Like,
Been tormented for the last 2 months.
and I would just really be like, girl,
I try to remain a lady.
like, I'm trying to leave him alone. But okay, when somebody is trying to leave your man alone, or whatever the case may be, I just feel like you make it a little bit worse when you confront the female. You're never supposed to confront the female. One, confront the man. And if you do confront the female, like, you don't come in my inbox trying to ramp me up, get me all rammed up, you know, because then now I gotta send you screenshots, and I gotta like get real messy.
Exhibit A, B, C, and D.
Are you gonna talk, or you?
No, I'm gonna pull out the DMs. Yours.
No.
So, you know, like, I'm not seeking him out. Like, I'm really not trying to mess up what y'all got going on. Like, you know, I'm telling him at the same time, like, you know, it's not right that you know, you lying to me, you lying to her, you got her feelings hurting, you got, like, I'm on your side as a woman. Like,
That's stupid, guys. Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid.
like, I'm telling him, like, you need to choose. Like, you can't be hurting her and hurting me. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling him this. He made his decision. And, you know, we decided we was going to leave each other alone. But we were still like, you can't just cut somebody off cold turkey like that. Not back then. Like, you know, you got to kind of egg yourself off of it. Especially if y'all, like, you know, like each other for real. It's like, dang, like, okay, now we got to go from talking every day or every other day or, like, whatever routine we had to not talking at all or whatever. And we would just be having like regular conversations, like, at this point in time, how are you, how you been, what you doing, okay, have a good day, how was work. Like, it was no longer like anything more than that, because like I said, we were like, he had already told me like he wasn't gonna leave her and stuff. So she was just making it worse. And I think I had seen him like one more time. Like, he had told me, this was like during the winter time. It was in like December. And he had like pulled up to my auntie house, and we sat in the car and we talked and kissed, nothing. I think we hugged, and like that was like the last time that I had seen him. And so yeah, like, basically, I don't condone cheating. If you're single, be single, do you. If you're in a relationship, be in a relationship. My biggest thing is people need to do what works for them. Nobody is my relationship goals, none of that. Like, communication is the biggest thing. Like, if we communicate, we both know what's going on, like, then I'm okay. Like, I'm okay if I know my place in your life and you know your place in my life, and we have an understanding, then it is what it is. And the situation was just kind of like crazy. The story was crazy. It was just crazy time in my life. And I was so young. Like, I couldn't believe I was going through what I was going through. But like, you know, on a man end, like, he was kind of being selfish, but I don't hold that against him, because we all been through that in our lives, maybe in different ways, to where like we don't really know what we want at the time. He could have did it differently. He could have told me what it was from jump and let me make my own decision on whether I wanted to mess with him or not. None of us had to be in that love triangle or whatever you want to call it, but we were. And it was what it was, and it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And it's gonna be what it's always gonna be, the past. So I just wanted to share that story with y'all. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for new content.
I'm a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a